Thank you so much for joining this channel, and we hope that you are liking this channel with the content I am sharing. So, last video I have uploaded is a special session that is on ways to build the AI agents in .NET. That is already uh, uploaded into the playlist like Agentic AI 0 to Hero and setup work. In the both the playlist we have that. Even though we are conducting multiple sessions on the semantic kernel, Microsoft Agent Framework, okay, Azure Cloud Foundry, Olama, those things, but there is a need actually to understand the agentic framework, the type of agents, right, the terminology. Otherwise, people will always get confused. Even I also, that what exactly agentic AI, what is Gen AI, what is so many things, and how to use, where to use, and when to use. A lot of confusions are there. Even though we are building the agents, that doesn't mean that will work in the production, because in future the AI governance, AI accuracy also a very important part. Otherwise, who will trust on this these agents? So right now we are in not in a situation that we will be production ready, but yes, we are in a learning phase. All we are learning phase to develop small agent, and it should work, and it is working in the multiple arena. So some of the concept I am trying to bring up over here, maybe it will helpful. Go through that. So just continuation of this special session way of building AI agents. This is the next one is from GenAI apps to multi-agent system. So those who already visited there is a different ways, 5 ways to get agentic AI. So let me clear you that was actually a preliminary session, but the 5 ways you cannot say all are agentic AI, right? There are terminology Gen AI, agentic AI. So as I mentioned, our RAG, tools, supervisor, cloud foundry, copilot studio. So this terminology will come whenever, even in the AWS Azure Bedrock. This terminology is very important to understand. Otherwise, wherever this terminology is being referred, you will always get confused. Are you building a GenAI application? Are you building agentic AI application? Are you a RAG-based application or tool-based application? So multiple permutation combinations are there, okay, and that needs to be, verified by running some sample examples that I will do in the next session. But in this session, I will try to uh, bring this terminology and this meaning of this terminology so that you understand what is the significance of these terminologies. So these are the terminology. There are many more, but I have just collected this. These are the terminology. You will generally you will listen. Okay, whenever you go wherever, or if you attend any session or office session or any recorded session or anywhere. So the evaluation you have to understand. What is the evaluation? So traditional application, remember that we started with like how we have started the automation. We are writing a fixed script, right? And there are some database script or application script. So you can say process automation, and that is a traditional application or traditional automation kind of thing. Then we move to the AI powered. When I say AI powered, it is mostly about that AI ML we are talking about, machine learning, supervised, unsupervised, so that you can categorize, that things, you can predict something, you can analyze something. So that was also based on the algorithms, that is AI ML. Then in the 2000, after 2000, I think in the 2000 after 2020-22, this generative AI concept is come. So it is actually built up on the top of this AI ML and NLP, deep learning. So it is creating a new content. When I say new content, it could be image, it could be text, it could be voice, anything. So that is a new content, generative content. And then the Gen AI application, LLM, all those concepts actually been introduced. And the good example is ChatGPT, which was released in the year 2022. So RAG, the RAG word is, I think everywhere you are hearing about this. That is request augmented, request augmented RAG. This RAG actually, that those who already heard about this LLM, right? We generally write prompt and get the information. But what about that you need a grounded data? Say, for example, you are running a company. The company information is not with the LLM, right? LLM is trained with some, suppose, till 2025 data, and you want your company policy details. In that case, you need a grounded local information. So LLM will take the information based on the policy documents, whatever you have of the company, because that policy document will work as a, the grounded information which will be used by the LLM to take a further decision. So request augmented generation. So it will request, it will search something, and then it will generate response. So RAG also came. So RAG is a part of that, okay, with GenAI. And then the AI agents came. AI agents means, what is agent? AI agent means, suppose you have a brain, you can think, you can plan, right? But you cannot take action. That is generative AI. But the moment you do something after thinking with the hand, that is AI agent. So independently body, or you can say a program or item which can take a plan, we can take a action on behalf of you. Not only, suppose you are saying we are now in 2026, right? We have to file a ITR. You can ask GenAI application, give me the details like how I can fill up the ITR 1 or 2 in India 2026. That will give you instruction, that will not do anything for you. But if you prepare a AI agent, so that AI agent, what it will do, it will take the information from you, it will check the government policies. So when I say government policies, LLM are built up by, suppose, the OpenAI, right? They don't have the government policies of India's. Maybe if you can provide the information through a RAG, that will be the grounded information, then instead of hallucinating, the LLM will give you the steps to fill up the ITR based on the attached document of the government of India policy. So that is RAG. But when I say AI agent, that means it will, on behalf of you, it will upload form 16, validate form 16, and even it will complete the ITR also on behalf of you and send the notification it has been completed. So if the body is working for you, not only thinking or giving the response, that means it is a AI agent. It is an agent, right? Proxy of a human being. Then comes the agentic AI system. Agentic AI system is, that multi-agent concept is already there, but agentic AI means it will actually take a help of agent framework, which will give you, if you can create a AI agent, right, by using your tools and other LLM calling and everything. But when you are building up agentic AI system, you need details, right? Like suppose you want to do a loan processing, so you need various department agents, right? Risk agent, approval agent. So all agents will work together. But multi-agent is actually, a subset of agentic AI. Even agentic AI can be developed with one single agent also. Suppose I want to check weather and then want to book a cab. So there are two type of work, but a single agent is doing. That is agentic AI. And AI agent means individual, one to one. So agentic AI, actually the term actually came from multi-agent, but if you are implementing single agent, doing multiple things, then also it is agentic AI. And if you are creating multi-agent system where agents are different, planner agent, approver agent, request agent, okay, risk agent, then the supervisor agent will continue, will manage everything. That is also a multi-agent. So multi-agent is a part of agentic AI. Agentic AI is a superset, multi-agent is a subset. And then enterprise agent platform like Microsoft Agent Platform. So those platforms actually give you that runtime and other facilities which will help you to build the agentic system. So what is GenAI application that I already discussed? That you are just having a brain which will give you the one, just like a chat GPT. You can get a response, chat GPT, clone, content generator, email writing, script writing, anything you can do. But it is not a AI agent. It is like GenAI app. You can implement using Azure OpenAI SDK also, that I will show in the next demo, or you can say next series. And these are the things you can use for building up this GenAI. Simple. An API call, suppose you are making a swagger, writing something, you're sending a message like what is your refund policy, what is my order, LLM will respond. RAG, I said retrieval augmented generation. That means if you're sending, suppose I want to know the leave policy of, say for example, any special company, whatever information that LLM have trained, based on that it will give you. But if you can attach a policy document of your company, that will be more grounded operation, right? And whatever information you will get from this document, that will be used as a context in the prompt for the LLM, then LLM will give you a better response. So that is a, the grounding work, or is this a local search before getting the data from the LLM. So LLM don't know, right, your private company data or something. So retrieve company knowledge before gaining the answer. So how you will get the answer? Like you have application, you have a relevant document database, you can attach PDF, right? Suppose you want to check whether you are eligible for a particular requirement or not in the interview. You can ask like, I have this skill, that skill. But if you can attach your resume, then it will be like a grounding of your data, right? This data will be taken as a context, and then based on that the response will come. So only the difference is that the database documents we are taking in between application and the LLM. Like HR policy, every company has different policy. Company knowledge, every company has different knowledge. Product documentation, Microsoft has a different product, Java has a different product, OpenAI has a different product, right? Anthropic has a different product. So they have the different products. So if I can pass those information from the database or the relevant documents, the hallucination will be less and the accuracy level will be high. So it is still Gen AI because it is giving information. It is not doing anything on behalf of you. What is AI agent? It has a goal. Suppose you are thinking something and you are doing on hand. That is the action. You can use tools, right? You have to do web search. You can connect to some other tools, right, to get a data. Say for example, in 2020 there was some election happening, but the your LLM is trained with 2025 data. So that the agent is required, right, to make a call like a web agent kind of thing to bring the data from the latest. Based on that, LLM can take a good decision. So that is a AI agent who can take a action, take a decision or execute action. So agent, reason, tool. So tool is actually to support your work and action, like a travel booking. You need to, right, you need to connect to the hotels, you need to connect to the airlines, cabs, right, different agent, customer support agent, incident management agent. So GenAI actually give you answer, agent perform task on behalf of you. That is the beauty. Agentic AI is the architectural style. It is a style. It can do plan. So agent also can do that. But agentic AI actually, just like microservice, we know that is a pattern, right? ASP.NET is a framework. So that's like that. Agentic AI is a style of architectural style where AI system can plan, reason, take, all those things can be done. So you can see user, agent, reason, tool, action, user, agent, tool, action, and decision. Here action, response. So it is just doing the action and come back. But here agentic means there is a chance of having multiple agents also, right? Even a single agent can do multiple work. As I said, I need to book a, I need to check a weather and then the book the cab. So next action. So agentic does not require multiple agents. A single agent can be agentic. Next decision here directly one action, one response. One action, one response. Individual agent. Now agentic AI multi-agent. So agentic can have single agent, multi-agent, right? Single agent like customer agent, travel agent, IT help desk. You can do all the things in single agent. Booking cab, booking, a flight and everything. Multi-agent like you need a supervisor agent which will do order, refund, escalation. So travel also can be done. So if you are using supervisor agent, that means definitely you have independent worker agents. But if you are not using a supervisor agent, directly you are putting everything within the one single agent. That also agentic AI, but multiple things done in a single agent system. And if you use supervisor pattern, this then in the e-commerce, if order placing, payment, refund, all things can be done in a different defined agent, and they will talk to each other. So SUV car is a car, right? But all car not are SUV, something like that. So all multiple agents are agentic. Not all agentic system are multi-agent. Agentic system means it will perform this plan, reason, it will tool, make decision, take action, maintain the state, understand the goal, just make decision, execute action. But here comes reason, tools, making decision and maintain state. Action will be there, but taking decision and maintain the state. So what are the tools? Tools can be anything, right? You can connect to the web search, or you can use SQL, CRM, anything. So you know there is a MCP concept also. When you are connecting multiple, connector, you have to write it different code. But just like you want to connect to the Jira, Jira has a MCP server. So you no need to think about writing multiple things. You just have to connect the MCP server from the MCP client, and you will conduct even if there is a addition or deletion of the functions within that specific MCP server, that will not bother your code. So MCP is like a that a adapter when you are dealing with multiple tools. Say for example, you have a one application, you can get Docker image, but you have so many microservices. So Docker, only Docker image creation and Docker sum is not enough. You need a Kubernetes orchestrator. Similarly, here also you need a MCP which will manage all the tools. Suppose Jira for Jira or GitHub for GitHub. Every product has its own MCP server. So the functionality adding or deleting in the server will not make any impact to the MCP client. You have to just call the MCP client. But if you are handling with the only limited number of things, you can use tool. So tool actually when so JNI don't use tools, but if you are using tools, that means you are close to JNI. Even if it is a tool, that means it is actually taking some decision, right? It is close to JNI. That also we mentioned. But only LLM you are using through the prompt, that is the only JNI. But if you are using that LLM as well as your tools, definitely it is a close to GenAI, means close to agentic AI. But when you are doing planning, execution and everything, then you can say you are a pure agent. So without tools, agent can only generate text. With tools, perform action. Supervisor agent said in a multi-agent system, you need someone to guide, right, all the individual worker agent, routing, delegation, coordination, aggregation, just like multiple tasks on under the master task. Specialization, scalability, separation of concern, means architectural things, deployment, everything actually depends. These are being a supervisor agent. You can write your own manual also, but if you use a proper framework, the framework will give you. So multi-agent system, as I said, supervisor workers like a refund, payment, order, or even the claim processing supervisor, document, fraud, policy, approval. So as I mentioned that in the last video, I mentioned that there are 5 ways. One of the ways is Azure OpenAI SDK. If you are using Azure OpenAI SDK, that also we have already mentioned in the previous video. You can check the same thing I am saying. That will only help you to build up a GenAI application, RAG application. Okay, but in order agent, maximum control. You can write your own prompt and everything. Or simple agent also if you are calling the tools. Semantic kernel, that also I mentioned semantic kernel in the previous video. You have a kernel plugin tool, good for copilot, RAG, tool calling, single agent system, right? Then come Microsoft Agent Framework, that also I mentioned. It is a enterprise agent framework which will help you to build a multi-agent system or agentic AI style, architecture style project where supervisor will be there, worker will be there, and multi-agent system, enterprise orchestration, agent communication, everything, life cycle, all things. We have a separate playlist to manage this Microsoft Agent framework that you will get it from here. So architecture you have already cleared. Cloud Foundry, that is like a hosted platform in the cloud where you can create agent service thread that I already discussed in one of the when you are dealing with Microsoft AI agents, right? In one of the channel or another playlist, calling the thread as asset ID and everything. Copilot Studio, it is a no code, low code thing. You can just like Google Studio, you can use Copilot Studio. You can build up. I will show everything in the third one. HR, employee, IT bots. So this is the that thing. Sync service layer, Open SDK, raw, custom agent, simple agent. This is actually good for simple agent or GenAI application. When I say Copilot framework agent, you can build up the Agentic AI. It is a purely Agentic AI platform, Agentic AI, and this is also a Copilot low code Agentic AI. This is a manage agent service, and this is for GenAI application. Also the simple agents. So here it is written where to use when agent, multi-agent tool, memory. You can use that. So I will go through this running the demo in the next session. So keep in mind, go through the video. If you have